infrastructure, or please raise your hand. Like, let's say, like, how many are you guys like building your wallets, Web3 wallets? Okay. How many are you guys like building B2C Web3 app, front-end facing app? Okay. Cool. Cool. So let's do this. Like, let's start with the real problem. What our Web3 industry is facing right now, right? So the number one problem which we're seeing is adoption, onboarding. Like, so currently, like, they are currently the users where like Web3 apps are there. Around like 425 million users are there in Web3, right? And we know that there are like billions of users in Web2 internet using social media applications. So we are the companies who are having the main sources where the users are coming, right? Like, there are many, but there are some of the examples. So now we want to go here. Like, this is overall, I'm talking about user base of Web3 ecosystem in the world, right? So we're expecting by 2025 1 billion plus users coming into this space. So probably like a major adoption, what we are seeing as we're speaking with many partners, gaming partners or wallet providers, even like Fortune 500 companies, we are seeing like some brands like social media platforms or top games, they are like taking initiatives, building their, let's say Candy Crush, they are like converting the game and adding like token economics in the game. Or maybe like social media, you may be hearing like Twitter, Reddit, they are taking initiative to introducing crypto in their platform. So with these kind of platforms coming in, we are seeing like the user base will be huge in coming 1 or 2 years. This interesting is getting more bigger and bigger. Now, when it's going bigger, this is the user experience we are talking about. What this user experience, I'm sure like all of you guys face this problem in this room. Like, whenever, let's say like you are talking about crypto jargons in front of your mom, dad, like, I'm building this thing. Probably many of them, they're hearing this crisscross thing in their mind, like what exactly the onboarding looks like, right? And it's very broken. Like, it takes like few hours, like 2-3 hours for the non-crypto native users to understand like gas fees, gas price, crypto jargons, and all of these things. And what's something like we need in the industry is this, where just like Web2 experience, you sign up an app. If you have a very good fancy Web3 app, like who's doing smart contract execution, staking and like smart contract or whatever, right? Or let's say you're playing a Web3 game where they're having some kind of incentivization system. You just go there, one-click login with some Google login or whatever. No need to learn about what is blockchain, what is like wallet creation, what is saving the password seed phase, what is gas price, all of those things. You don't need to show to the users, and they will be directly using the game, and they'll be earning money, and at the end, they'll be using the Web3 technologies. Now, I wanted here in this room, you guys, to think about in your future, when we are speaking with so many big companies, we see that the future trends is, we should not think like there'll be a Web3 app in your future. I mean, everyone, we should think about like, there'll be companies in their future will be using Web3 technologies. Meaning, sooner or later, we'll be seeing like top brands like Amazon or top brands like they're using some kind of Web3 infrastructure in their own system, in their company. So even like we've seen Revolut taking initiative, PayPal taking initiatives, introducing Stripe taking initiative and adding some Web3 capabilities in their app, right? So it will be converted like that only, right? Now let's deep dive into problems more. So let's take an example of an app who is like where the user is wanna get into that app. User needs to do these steps. Like let's take an example. You wanna stake in Aave, and user doesn't know anything about crypto. They need to do these steps. They will go to the Web3 app, let's say Aave, download the wallet, MetaMask, whatever the red mark which you're seeing there, there's a big learning curve. Like learning curve which will take like 2-3 hours at least learning, or maybe days sometimes, right? And whatever the green sign which you're seeing, the round green circle, that's a number of transactions user needs to do, right? So, and this kind of onboarding steps is there in almost all kind of apps in right now. Like whether it is using OpenSea, whether it is using Aave, whether it is using Instant App or whatever, right? So, so here you can see like I know like many of you guys face this problem. Just to recall, and I want you guys to think about this problem, right? So, create a wallet, learn about like creating a wallet there, and then you user leave the app, user were going to the exchanges, let's say Coinbase, and they were buying the crypto from there. Later on, they learned, okay, like after buying the crypto and withdrawing it from the Coinbase exchange, they withdraw to your MetaMask wallet. Then they realize that they also need a gas token. Then they go back to the Coinbase again and they buy Ethereum, and then at last they do the allowance transaction, and then last they take the money in a way. So we've seen this problem in Transak, and all of the blue steps which you're seeing, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 13, 14, 15, those steps we converted to one step, which is the green one which you're seeing there. So 17 step reduced it to 12 steps here, and the bigger difference was earlier user were leaving the app, like user were going to the Coinbase. Now the user is directly buying the crypto from that app itself. So that was the first step we did it in 2020 when we built Transak. And we built all of those infrastructure stack, on-ramp stack that time in 2020. And since last 3 years, we keep on improving this tech stacks, adding more payment methods, focus on the user conversion rate and all of these things, right? So, but that was, still the problem is not solved. Still you can see there is 12 steps. Again, like user is still doing it. User still needs to learn about what is gas fees, what is creating a wallet, and all of these things. Then we introduced a new product, Transak One. This is something more innovative, and you can see the 12 steps reduced to 5 steps here. And this is one of the main USP of Transak, and we are seeing high demand of this. It's like developers can do fiat to directly smart contract. What that means is developers can pass as a payment request information, they can pass the smart contract address, function event params to Transak. In return, they will get a payment link, and they send this payment link to the user. User do the fiat payment, and at last, as soon as we receive the fiat payment, we execute the smart contract on behalf of the user, and we pay the gas fees. So the end user experience is like directly user can just go and do the payment just like Web2 app, and that's all. They don't need to learn about all the crypto jargons there. So that's something which we did. We launched this product supporting in Ethereum and Polygon, right? Still the onboarding problem is still there. Still there are 5 steps, and there's a big learning curve on creating a wallet there. And to solve this, we kind of partnership with Bikeonomy here, and yeah, like we also working with other wallet providers, but having a native experience with Bikeonomy where this kind of user experience looks like. So user go to any app, let's say Aave here, they log in with Google, one-click stake button, and they buy using the fiat money. No learning curve, no crypto jargons, no gas fees, no like all these things are very user experience, a very user-friendly experience, right? So we see the future is like this. Like I'm seeing many demands coming in where developers started realizing the onboarding problem, and we believe that this is how the onboarding problem in Web3 will be solved, and working together with partners like Bikeonomy, Particle Network, Web3 Auth. So yeah, now as a focus area, we're focusing towards gaming stack. So as we are seeing, like many users will be coming from games, and And yeah, like many of our games are already working with Transak now. So we are providing the whole gaming SDK to them, like cashless transaction, batch transaction, basically one SDK to solve the whole onboarding stack. So yeah, talking about our product line, so we have like a smart contract wallet execution partnered with Bikeconomy, Fiat on and off ramp, and login with Google with the help of Bikeconomy here. NFT checkout, we are supporting in EVM chains, and Transak One, which I mentioned, Fiat to smart contract. One good thing about it is like we are fully compliant. We take care of chargebacks and we take care of compliance. So if you're a developer and build a very awesome smart contract and protocol, so you don't need to worry about like licensing in different countries. Like with the on-ramping, you can trust us and we do that on your behalf. So we have these payment materials like supporting in 140 plus countries and all of these. We work with top partners like you'll see Transak in almost all the wallets out there. And yeah, like this is something like we are the oldest on-ramp in MetaMask. Like we are the only on-ramp in MetaMask. Like I think 2020 we're gone live there. So yeah, like anything with if you need some like solutioning for the on-ramping, onboarding, we love to talk with you guys and solve your and provide you the suggestions in terms of your tech stacks and whatever. Like because we see many developers, they build their own like let's say I speak with many games. They have like custodial wallet also and they have non-custodial wallet also. Like sometimes people doesn't focus on like what other tech stacks they should use or what other different things they should use when they're focusing on onboarding side. So yeah, recently we raised our Series A by top investors. Yeah, any questions? Cool.
Any questions for Yeshu? Since we're still waiting on our next guest, Yeshu, I do have a question.
Yeah.
What's the most challenging part in your entrepreneurship?
Most challenging part of my entrepreneurship. So I would say transitioning from obviously like at this stage where we are at right now. We haven't like at this position where I haven't experienced this kind of company scale, right? So I think having a deep diving approach and kind of management side of it things is more like Web2 problems, right? Like any Web2 companies will face this kind of thing. So that was one of the things which I overcome and had a good learning in the past. Yeah.
Like management, leadership, people management, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for such an informative session. And if you guys have any other questions, feel free to drop in the chat or DM Yeshu himself. And he's very knowledgeable, so I'm sure he will respond to your questions in a timely manner. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right, so our next person from Bikeconomy, Rahan, are you here? Let's see. I believe Rahan will be here to talk about Bikeconomy. Apparently not. I was told he's here. So this is another improv moment. So any of you from Paris? Oh, two people from Paris? So you guys are born in Paris or you moved here? No? You just live here? Because you like Paris, you like...
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, do you speak French?
I do.
Okay. So like, to a point that you're able to communicate in French.
I think I can try, yes.
Oh, really? You think? How humble. So I recently just I stayed in Lisbon for the last 1 month. I love Lisbon. Have you guys been to Lisbon? Yes, you have. Oh my gosh. Talk about the hills. So I was climbing up and down. To a point I feel like my thighs are just being thunder size after 3 days. It's an amazing workout. If